Hey, who that said they're going to beat them Saints? It's the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm Corey from Corey's Corner, and here are my 5 takeaways from this week's game. Go Birds. What's up, y'all? If you are new to my channel, I'm Corey from Corey's Corner. I like to break down football film and just teach you about football. And every week I get on here and talk about the takeaways I have from the game that the Eagles played this past week. Now, we played the undefeated, not undefeated anymore, New Orleans Saints. And boy, was it a game. Let's go to the film to show you why I have these 5 takeaways, all right? All right, takeaway number 1 is 26. What do I mean by that? Saquon Barkley. I said this before. He's that guy. He is our leading rusher. He's the league leading rusher. He is our savior when it comes to this season because he's putting the team on his back and he is having the season of his life. And of course, y'all seen it, but I just want to show y'all this. Like, I enjoy so much of his vision and his patience, man. Let's go to this real quick. All right, so y'all know what this is. This is his big 65-yard run right here. So what we're going to do is, I don't think anybody's pulling, but all of this is like a little zone action this way. He's going to grab the ball and cut this way. And just look at his vision and patience, bro. He got slow, out. He's gone. Like, literally, he will take a couple of steps to slow it down a little bit. All right, I'm going to chop it up. Let me see where I need to go. Let the blocks develop. As a offensive lineman, I can't ask for anything to be better. I need my running back not to just be immediately downhill. Wait for the blocks to develop and then take off. We know you're fast. And look how he does it. I'll play it in real time again. Chop, gone. Once I hit the second level, I'll put on the speed, man. So Saquon Barkley, the biggest takeaway, or number 1 takeaway from this game is that Saquon Barkley, we're going to go as far as Saquon wants to go. We keep blocking, Saquon keeps running, we will make it to where we need to make it to. I believe in Saquon Barkley. Which leads me to point number 2. Saquon doesn't get to where he wants to go without that offensive line, and I got 2 videos to break it down. One is in this run. All right, let's go back. Y'all saw the run. Here we go, man. This is crazy. I need y'all to see something. There's a stunt going on. And what we mean by stunt is this. Most of the times, or what's supposed to happen is a defensive lineman lines up in their gap and they play that gap. For instance, this guy is lined up right here. He would play this gap. This is his gap, right? Now, there are times when defensive players will stunt. And so they will, instead of playing their gap, they'll go to another gap, right? So maybe he goes here and he'll go over here and this guy's come over here. That's what we call a stunt. That's what's happening on the front side of this play. So he's going to come here. He's going to come inside. This backer is going to come out here. It's a little blitz. It's a D-line stunt with a blitz from the backer. Now, granted, I need to tell y'all this. If you've ever played offensive line, you know this, but if you haven't, you don't. Picking up a defensive line stunt is hard already. It's easier in pass protection because you're going backwards. You can kind of see it a little bit better. In run protection, sometimes it's impossible to pick up stunts because you're progressing forward. So if the stunt might actually get behind you. And I need y'all to see this get picked up, man. Remember what I said here. This is going to be from our center, our left guard, and our left tackle. We're going to pick this up perfectly. Remember, we're going zone here, zone here, zone here, which means whoever comes into this gap, he's got. Whoever comes into this gap, he's got. And whoever comes outside, he's got. And look how they do it perfectly. All right, we'll go slow here. Boom. All right. Look at them stunting already. He's supposed to be here, but he's going to come, or here, he's coming here. He's coming all the way to this gap, and he's going to come to this gap. Look at that. And my boy Dickerson passed it off perfect. He made him choose a gap, so he pushed him over. He sees the stunt coming, and rather than going up here, because that's what most linemen will do, they'll kind of miss it. They'll come up here, and then Chase will get right here and then make the tackle. He perfectly picks up the stunt. He goes here. Jordan Mailata passes him off and then goes and get him. And guess what that creates, y'all? That creates the lane that Saquon needs. Look at that lane, bro. That, I can't, as an offensive lineman, I can't. This is the best thing ever, bro. And I'll show you another example. All right, here's another example. And this is what's important with this example right here. What's important is y'all see the ball is on like the 4-yard line, right? 4.5. Look where Saquon Barkley gets touched. This is important. This is big. I'm gonna freeze it where he gets touched. He gets touched on the 2. We call this moving the line of scrimmage. Look where everybody is, bro. That entire offensive line is 2 yards off the ball. They have moved the defense 2 yards that way you're not getting touched for at least 2 yards, oh, we're going to win. We're going to win. Look at that, man. Look at that, man. Let's run it back, bro. Their defensive line had look at this. Look at this. Look where the ball's at. And then look at them get moved. Boom, just moving. Come on, bro. My second takeaway, offensive line play is incredible. Okay, takeaway number 3 and 4 is going to be somewhat of a two-parter. Takeaway number 3 is we have to get Dallas Goedert more involved in the pass game. And we saw this happen, but we know that Smitty is going to be out. We know that A.J. Brown may be, even when he comes back, he may not necessarily be 100%. So the more we get Dallas Goedert involved, the best it's going to be for us, okay? So y'all saw this right here. He had the best day of his life as a tight end, bro. Like, just look at this play. Dallas Goedert is right here. Y'all know what's about to happen right here, right? Y'all saw that? But this is takeaway 3 and 4. Because here we go. Dallas runs a nice route. Boom, he catches the ball, which is kind of a little bit of a low pass, and he just gets out of there. Now, I will say this too. This is just a highlight showing how great Dallas is. Last year, Dallas broke his arm when he stiff-armed, and he loves to stiff-arm. But what I've noticed this year is that he will stiff-arm early or kind of get away from it. Almost like he reminds himself, don't stiff-arm. Because this is the exact play he kind of got caught last year against Dallas. He stiff-armed and he got his arm broke. Watch him kind of fake stiff-arm right here and then pull it back in. Hey, Dallas, man, we love you, bro. You had a fantastic game. The better and the more we get our tight ends involved, especially if it's 2 tight end sets with Grant Calcaterra, we're going to do fine, bro. We have a great offensive line from takeaway 2. We have Saquon Barkley running great from takeaway 1. And if we put our tight ends, specifically Dallas Goedert, and playing the way that he played yesterday, we know this is how he can play. He's a great target. He can catch the ball. He's tall. He's a big body in space. And now we got to see that for this season in Kellen Moore's offense, which takes me to takeaway number 4. Same play. Let's run it back a little bit. I told y'all weeks ago, I was so excited for Kellen Moore's offense because we were using motion. Why is motion important? It's important for a lot of things. Jalen Hurts, he is known to be good against man and not good against blitz. That's like his thing. That's what they say. That's my guy. I feel bad critiquing him. But they say he's good against man. He's not really good against blitzes or certain zones. So motion will help identify if they are in man or zone most of the time. So what happens here? They're going to motion in this receiver. I don't know you say Saquon. I don't know who it is. But they're motioning him in. And when they motion him in, guess what happens? He automatically gives up that this is his man. So what does that mean? They're in man. You can see Jalen Hurts signal when he starts moving over. Look at Jahan Dotson and everybody else. They're getting a signal. Why? Because Jalen Hurts recognized this is man, and he called a man beater. He's a man beater. He called it, bro. Now watch Jahan Dotson. He calls a man beater. They're calling out protection right here. So we got crossers. We know this is going to happen. Apparently they ran this earlier in practice. Watch what Dotson does to get these 3 defenders. He's going to come down and try to help. These 3 defenders are going to clap each other. Watch this. Pause. Bow. I'm sorry, I said these 3. These 3. Look, did you see what he did? Look at that little juke he got out of the way. Watch Dotson. Got out of the way. Open. Now that doesn't happen without the motion telling us that it's man and Jalen Hurts being able to recognize it and put us in the right situation. That's takeaway number 4. The pre-snap motion is working, bro. It's working. Takeaway number 5 is, I'm just going to show you a screenshot because I think this is important and it's really kind of making me mad, but it's a little scary. So here we go. Here's a screenshot, y'all. I want you to specifically look at this number right here. This number right here. 11 plays, fumble, turnover. 16 plays, turnover on downs. And then look at these numbers. 7 penalties. We have time of possession that we're winning the game and we don't score 15 points. We have 4 sacks allowed. Only 42% on third down efficiency. I don't like, if we run more than 9 plays, we have to come away with points. 9 plays to me means that we are getting into field goal range. 9 times out of 10, we're in field goal range. We have to take the points away from that. Okay, Nick Sirianni, I get it. You're the coach. You said, you know what's going on and everything else. We have to be able to take the points where we get them. If we score on our drives, whether it be 3 or 7, this would not have been a close game. 15-12 would not have been a score. We left 9 points on the board. 9 points on the board at least. So you do the math. 15 plus 9 is what? It could have been 24-12. But it wasn't. It was 15-12. Very close game. Those things we got to clean up, but those are my takeaways from this game. Very excited to see that we bounced back from a very bad loss to the Falcons. But it is what it is. If we didn't have that drop from Saquon, we'd be 3-0. I'm feeling good about how the Eagles are flying this year. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Anyway, make sure you smash that like button and that follow. I'm going to see you next week.